Last time we left off and I was working on my game, I had made a tile set with all my art and had the player able to walk across that. So what I wanted to start doing was adding mechanics for it to be able to go in and outside of buildings. The first time I did it, the player was able to enter the cabin, but then the screen would just turn black. So I messed around with the code, I rewatched the tutorial again, and then I was finally able to get the player to enter the cabin and exit the cabin, but they would just end up in some random spot on my map. So I watched the tutorial over again, I watched the beginning again, parts that I thought I could have missed, and I was able to get the player to go in and exit the cabin again, but it appeared at the origin point. And so I got frustrated and I just started watching a new tutorial, and I was following along with that. And it was cool, I learned player state machines. I was getting to the point where I was gonna lay down my tile map again. And then I just kind of realized I wasn't really learning anything. I was just kind of following along and copying this dude's code and not really understanding what the code is and why it works. I need to learn the basics first, even though I want to just jump into what I want to do. So I need to slim down my game, or not even so much slim it down. I need to start with really basic ones first, so a small scope and really basic gameplay. So I went on itch.io and I started looking at games people had made for game jams and stuff like that, just to get kind of inspired. So these are some of the games I played was called Dark Soul, or Dark Soil. It was pretty sick though. So it's you're a knight and you're also a farmer. So you have some seeds that you start with and you have to plant them in the ground and water them. But also at the same time, the plants that grow from that then spawn enemies that you have to kill, while also maintaining the farm and the upkeep. And you just got to see the high score you get. And this one stood out to me because I like the art style. I like the darker theme and the gorier splatter and shit. So played was called Dead Estate. It's super sick. It's a 2.5D shooting game where you just go room to room, find keys, weapons, fight bosses. I don't know, it was fun arcade game. I picked this one also again just because the art, wanted to pick similar styles, because that's another thing I was having trouble with is figuring out how to size my assets, because I want to do more of a high quality, not high quality, but I don't want to do it pixely. So yeah, I guess high quality, not not pixely. I'm trying to do more what my art looks like that I do digital, just in a game, And I'm having the hardest time with that, because then I can't figure out how big to make the sprite sheet. So if anyone has any advice on that, that'd be great. The next game I tried was called Ghoul Master. And you play as this little Grim Reaper kind of guy, and you collect souls to spawn more little crawly minion dudes, and you gotta attack the knights to collect the purple I don't even know, purple stuff. Once you collect all those, you beat the game. Again, I picked this one because of the art style. It's really similar to the kind of style I'd like to go for, and the blood is great. Okay, then I switched it up with this other game called Red Skull Reef. It's a tower defense game. And this one, the art style is not really so much something I would do, but the gameplay, like I said, I was trying to narrow down my scope, make it smaller. So I think a tower defense game might be something worth doing, but it is game development, so I'm sure it'll be 10 times more work than I think, or 100 times more work. But anyway, it was a fun game. I definitely played it for an hour. Can't even lie. There's lots of upgrades you can do and stuff like that. But then the final game I tried was called Lil Guys, and I've been seeing this dude on YouTube. I've been watching all his devlogs and updates on it, so if you see this. I love real-time strategy games. I used to play a lot of Dawn of War, Warhammer 40k, StarCraft, Warcraft, Age of Mythology. So yeah, I figured I'd try out a real-time strategy, and then I remembered that I watched this dude's channel and his videos, and yeah, I downloaded this and I played this for at least an hour or two. It's really fun. Can't wait to see what else he adds to it. But yeah, again, just more inspiration. What I learned is, and I guess I already knew it, but game development is 100 times harder than you think it's going to be. And you can't just watch tutorials and follow them and think you're going to learn anything or understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. So I guess I'm gonna pay for a Skillshare class, or just use Godot's game engine. They have like tutorials on there that I'm going to follow.